It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we've got the latest chapter of a historic rivalry. It's the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers, and it comes your way next.
Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Chargers. Everybody, alongside my partner Charles Avis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, when you and I were going through our final run-throughs at breakfast, we kept thinking tonight we're going to get to see a couple of very good passing offenses.
And we're talking about both sides having multiple receivers that could have an impact on this game. It's not just one guy that's going to make all the plays. If you take him away, maybe number 2, number 3, they make the big plays that impact who wins the game.
Is about ready to get us started. And we are underway in Southern California.
DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Charger offense makes its way out for the first time in this ball game, and leading the way, already a star in just his 3rd season, it's Justin Herbert.
It feels like hyperbole, but it's actually reality. In only 2 seasons, we've seen Justin Herbert do things rarely or never seen before in the NFL. He's one of only 9 quarterbacks now with a 5,000-yard passing season and made the Chargers a top 5 offense for the first time since 2010. He is also the only quarterback to ever throw at least 30 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons and set a record for completions over that same span.
A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first.
First down catch there by Gerald Everett, who made the move to the Los Angeles Chargers, knowing that they enjoy utilizing their tight ends. Remember Antonio Gates, Hunter Henry? Everett hoping to be next in line in that position to get the big-time performances.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target. Normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
It's now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Out of the gun, Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game. And you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really get them amped up as they go forward.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Didn't yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short definitely was a great time to dial one up.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. Here's Herbert. He's got Allen.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they sent the power set out there, and their job is to be man-on-man and move people so they can run the football. But that time, too many men did get moved in the box defensively. They end up throwing it for a loss.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
From the left hash, it's a 42-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and the Chargers grab themselves a 3-0 lead. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
Washington out, brings this out. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Time for our first look at the Denver offense. And, of course, a new face of the Broncos, 9-time Pro Bowler while in Seattle, Russell Wilson.
The Denver Broncos know exactly what they wanted when they acquired Russell Wilson. They want to bring in a quarterback who is durable, consistent, and a proven winner to take a talented roster back to the postseason. And Russell Wilson, he was all of those things in Seattle. 1 losing record in 10 seasons, missed only 3 games in that time, and made 9 Pro Bowls.
Man open, he's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Dancing to his left. And it's going to be incomplete. He was out there waving his arms saying, throw it here, dropped it, not a good look.
Well, all I can do is just look at him with contempt on that one. As a defensive back, I'm saying, not as an announcer. Just like, really?
A little bit of a diva look, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Because I think what happens is he just had too much time to think. He's wide open now. Here comes the ball. And he doesn't concentrate and drops it.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. This goes to the tight end, Eric Saubert. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. To throw again is Wilson. Being chased out left. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8.
We're talking about quarterbacks all the time. Here's what really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Now a carry for the former first-round pick of the Chargers. It's Melvin Gordon. Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
Meanwhile, Wilson's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 39 yards there, a big one.
And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play.
And as a former defender, I can tell you with certainty, those are the ones that have you losing sleep at night. I would not like to be in that film room on Tuesday going over that one. Just a pretty poor effort defensively, and it leads to a big play.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else said just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. There's Wilson to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Now Wilson. Forced out to his left. And it's caught. Touchdown, Broncos.
Jerry Jeudy, an 11-yard touchdown. Yeah, the Broncos have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Well, that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
McManus's point after is good, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fields it right around goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with a field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Oftentimes, when you see a running back get bunched up in the backfield, it's usually because the defensive tackle is eating up blockers for others to make the play. Not in this case.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. It's Eckler again, looking for a seam but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
The Broncos going dime. 2 extra defensive backs for 3rd down.
Playing pass all the way.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
On fourth down, J.K. Scott ready to punt it away. It's taken to the 26. And just a net 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. They show run with 3 tight ends here on first down.
Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson.
Out quickly to Judy. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, though, if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go back to Gordon here on first down.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
We know Melvin Gordon is very effective getting to the perimeter, but being a former University of Wisconsin Badger means you know how to run the ball inside and with power as well. I also like the fact that he's a weapon in the passing game. Had as many as 58 catches in a season. Throw it to him in space and look out.
Now Gordon on first down.
Brought down at the 20.
He's brought down at the 20-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7 from the 20.
To throw is Wilson. Buying time to his left. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms. When you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Now it's Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. More from L.A. in a moment. 4th down. Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and they push the lead up to a touchdown now in 10-3.
So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
This comes up 2nd and 34-yard line.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Here's Herbert. Steps away to his left. Wide open receiver complete.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field. But man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Herbert on 1st down now. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
2nd down and 3.
Eckler now between the tackles. Heck of a move, but only able to work his way down near the 23. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play.
More from L.A. in a moment.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Herbert. And he'll find his man on the out route. That's Allen. And he'll go outbounds in a red zone just inside the 20.
Herbert with a connection to Allen for Charger 1st down.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive is in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they will pick up a new set of downs.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. To throw on 2nd and 6. Herbert on the screen. This is Eckler. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. Give him 6 on the screen, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice design there, but sometimes, though, you get so many blockers out ahead of you, they kind of slow you down and force you to adjust. You always appreciate you guys trying to help you, but maybe one less there could have turned this into a bigger game.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men to box there.
First down, and they stick with Eckler. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Austin Eckler.
A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Chargers are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic, and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Austin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. And he'll put it through, and that evens us up at 10 apiece. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
All level now, 10 apiece as the kick's away.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put them points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker try on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, Martin, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Now a throw here, hold in. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. They'll run it up the middle now. Gordon.
And he's going to have a Broncos first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Gordon got to be the veteran component of one of the league's best backfields last year in Denver. Even splitting carries, he was just outside the league's top 10 with 918 yards. He also added 8 touchdowns, his 6th straight year with at least that many.
They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon.
On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. After he cleared the line of scrimmage, nice little hole developed.
Yeah, you get great blocking right there at the start. But how about his vision, finding the open spaces and letting his feet carry him to him?
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Wilson.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
I didn't like the look of that play right from the beginning. I thought he should have seen the coverage that was there, tried to force it in. That one, he's fortunate, just fell incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
On 3rd down, Wilson.
They'll get this to hammer over the middle.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Fourth down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be online either. It's no good, off to the right. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. Well, listen, no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions, not just soccer players. These guys expect themselves to be great as well.
They started on the ground with Eckler. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 16 yards right off the bat, a 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. Delayed give there out of the gun. Defense was ready.
And I'm not a big fan of a draw play out of the shotgun formation because the quarterback's not having much action where he's getting away from the line of scrimmage. He's catching a football, making a little head fake, and then handing it off. You should be able to read it as they did there.
Allen hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing the danger lurks while you're doing so, and there's your end result right there.
Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. They're looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Second and 6.
On second down, Gordon once more. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 70 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Down to about the 22 here. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
All tied up at 10. 2 minutes left in the first half. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. And they were in a great position to take the lead, Charles. Obviously, all they needed was a field goal to do that. They wanted the touchdown. Unfortunately, they're going to get neither.
And you know every offense talks about the same thing each week, don't they, Brandon? They want to end every drive with a kick, whether it's a field goal attempt, a point after the touchdown, or at worst, a punt. This time they had that opportunity but didn't get it because you know the field shrinks that close to the end zone, and that allows a defense to tighten up their coverage, and they pick that one off.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his pick catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Herbert. He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4. It's at the 37-yard line.
Now it's Herbert. Allen's got it complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down.
It's a nice completion and a little bit run after catch as well to carry the yardage that we got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's line.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? From the 50, here's Herbert. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue the drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. To the air again, Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 36 yards on the play.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. It's a big game. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Herbert operating for the red zone. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Herbert back to the air. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Chargers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score. So then a 7-play, 80-yard drive. And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception. Touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Melvin Gordon leading Denver's offense back out. They're behind in the first half here, CD, but it's not through any fault of their running back. He's had a strong start to this one.
And you're right about that, partner, because watching him play, you would think that his team is in the lead. He has been a lot of fun in this contest. Now let's see if they can actually make something happen and put more points on the board behind his efforts.
Yeah, I'm curious to see, Charles, if they can play complementary football and get that passing game going as well.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought he was going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
On a delayed handoff, this is Gordon. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number one. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Throwing is Wilson. Sutton reeling it in on the left side.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring it down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7.
But defensively in the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Now with 5 seconds left, not really enough time to run another play and stop it, so on comes a field goal unit. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will stay in a 7-point game.
And this is a commentary on today's kickers and just how good they are that a coach would think about running his guy out there to try a 59-yarder. Here it backfires on him, but as a kicker, you have to appreciate the confidence that they showed in you.
The Charger drive about to get going.
1 second, all that remains.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First order of business, though. Let's get a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for Denver. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if things continue the way they've been going.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Washington now brings this out. And tackle at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Bronco offense ready to begin this third quarter of play. But, Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
5 yards remain on second down. Now they run for the gun with Gordon. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. On third down, this is Melvin Gordon. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Something would happen to game so far. I mean, that's something that has been playing. Once again on third down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. And the loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
So where all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Following the penalty, here's Gordon. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 86 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
That will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave him the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
On first down, Wilson. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of shotgun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4.
That's a play to take note of there for the defense, I think, in the future. If you're going to try and block him, maybe get a guard, help double team him, and try and steer him out of play. They should have done it on that snap.
From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. Got a man complete. It's Hamler. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the 1st down.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he can minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
Now it's Wilson. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. It's Christian Covington who notches the sack there.
Well, that's not how you hope to draw it up there on 1st and goal, CD, by taking a sack like that.
Well, they tried to be aggressive, didn't they? They didn't want to try and work their way past the goal line. They wanted it right there on that play. Unfortunately, it backfired against them. Now they have to try and pick it up here moving forward.
So 1st down went the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Wilson.
He's got Hamler on the out route.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Here's the call.
After review of the play, ruling on the field.
So the decision to challenge does not pan out, and that's also going to cost him a timeout. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Now Wilson. Toward the pylon, caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to 4th and goal.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him for the 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
4th down, Wilson trots off, and on comes Brandon McManus for the Denver field goal.
From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. The kick by McManus is good. And that will cut this lead back down to 4 now. It's 17-13.
So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked out officially at the 21.
Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
At their own 21.
He'll hand off here to Eckler.
And he'll take it ahead of the 28-yard line.
58 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was a finisher. A really nice run.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. It's Eckler again, and he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and handle it a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up 1st downs.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And he stopped immediately there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Offensive line really didn't give him any room to maneuver on that play.
Things closed pretty quickly, didn't it? And how about the wrap-up at the end of that tackle? Left no doubt there would be no additional yardage to be found.
Here's Herbert. Man open left side, it's Williams. The 40. Past the 20. Touchdown, LA!
Mike Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys are able to extend their lead.
Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
Yeah, this just looked like a simple, ordinary play to start, but boy, did things change. Once he got free, it was all to the races, and once he hit high gear, there's absolutely no one who was going to stop him.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the catch on the next-gen stats.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to 11. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And in the end, it was Mike Williams who capped the drive with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Denver's offense now set to go.
Their drive last time is stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because, you know, coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a 20th carry, number 20 here for Melvin Gordon. And some space here. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we could at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and that's a run born out of ferociousness. He took on that initial contact and in his mind just screamed, out of my way, and kept right on going and wound up turning it into a big play.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. Well, they sent him on the blitz from that linebacker spot, and boy, he got there quickly.
He certainly did, and obviously he could use the block from his running back, but I think he nailed it right there. The defender got into the backfield so fast, it's hard for anyone to react.
to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Here's a give up the middle. It's Gordon. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
That's pretty symptomatic about how things gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
I'm not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. First to second down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big. Here's Wilson to throw. Sets up the screen to Gordon. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 15. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Trying to lay one up deep. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh out of downs. It's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Timing is so important on a route like this, because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a counter too late, because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Herbert on 3rd down now. He's got Allen.
And he'll be marked out at about the 26-yard line. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field defensively. Make sure you know where he is, because he understands how to get open in key situations.
To the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. A run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
He juked him, and he'll be stopped short of the first down right around the 18-yard line. The screen does get him 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
From the right hash, it's a 35-yard attempt. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least into overtime does exist. The time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Denver's offense ready to go again. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. 1st and 10 here for Wilson and the Broncos.
At their own 22. Wilson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
With an look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. From the shotgun, Wilson. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Wilson.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy.
And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Herbert. He's going to look for Allen now on the deep ball. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 74 yards on the ground for Eckler here. That's a 1st down.
Well, we're beyond the tone setting right now. This guy's been the bell cow all day, and they'll continue to rely on him to move the chains, drain the clock, and lead his team.
Once more, here's Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the leader in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it. What the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
They'll find Everett there, complete.
And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line.
Well, they weren't able to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter is a good running back dive play.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down, and he was able to get by plenty. They gained 8 on 3rd and 3.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Chargers.
Keenan Allen with a touchdown reception from Justin Herbert. And the Chargers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep inverting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drives 7 plays in length.
And it was Keenan Allen who finished it all off with the touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he returns this to the 22.
And Denver getting set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
That interception, maybe the exclamation mark on what really all around has been a good performance.
A fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but before the grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And not a whole lot of room to operate there in the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Eckler going to get it again on second down.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 11 and a first down L.A.
Over there, wide open football, a lot of spread formations, more space. But there's still a spot for power football. We just saw some of it right there. How about that run?
Yeah, breaking the tackle, and you know, late in this game, he wants a football in his hands. He's had a good day. On the give, this is Eckler, and he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll try the air now with Herbert. That's complete to the tight end, Everett. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Herbert now. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy, because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out, because this one, it was over a long time ago.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles. That lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach. And maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run early.
Touchdown! Austin Eckler. He scored with right hand through the air. And the Chargers up the lead to 4 scores now here this 4th quarter.
Well, definitely a good day's work throwing the football. Very good day's work. 4 touchdown passes. They're really pouring it off.
Yeah, so much for going into clock mode after getting that touchdown, right? Because you would think with a lead, 4th quarter, they might actually do that. No chance. They kept attacking and got another touchdown pass as a result.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So this drive spans 7 plays.
And Austin Eckler capped it off with a touchdown reception.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Broncos are about set to go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Now it's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's got to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
The Chargers offense now, they get set to head back on the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead.
A handoff, it's Eckler. And he'll keep it moving down to the 15-yard line. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on now on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back down his offensive line. Great job. Keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
Here's Eckler. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up first and goal.
So right now what I'm seeing an offense just firing off the ball a lot quicker than they can react. And not only that, they're sustaining the blocks too. I'm seeing guys get 6-7 yards downfield before there's even a hint of contact.
Eckler, they run left side. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
If you're going to keep these guys out of the end zone, you've got to be able to commit to stopping the run. And that's a nice job there, getting the safeties involved in run support.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 2nd and goal now as they look to add a few more. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their totals.
Well, where our booth is here, we can see all of the writers to our left. And the post-game stories, Charles, they have been filed for some time because this game, boy, is it lopsided.
Yeah, we can see our guy Scoop. He's even got his fedora tipped over his face. I think he's taking a nap now. Nothing left to rate for him, but how gratifying has it been for them to see what they've done in practice and carry it into a game and see the execution be so good. They've got to feel fantastic about what they've accomplished in this one.
Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it's Austin Eckler who finishes things off with a touchdown run.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Washington now brings us out. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
So the Broncos coming out now.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one's pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson.
This is Hamler on the receiving end.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They started on the ground with Eckler. And for one of the first times all night, he's going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they had a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
In prime time, this offense that gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Ben, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.